Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here at Hendon Air Museum. So, let's take a look inside. So, first of all we need to head to the visitor centre, Hangar 1. So here in this hangar they've got some very lovely aircraft on little lollipop stick stands hanging up in the air. There's a full on Nat over there, ex-Red Arrows. And yeah, there's a Sea King. And here is the closer look of the Sea King. It's ex-RAF Rescue. And you can go in it, but unfortunately I didn't get any footage of me in it. Here is the centrepiece of the visitor centre, the Short Sunderland. And I think this particular one, in its prime time, was based at Southampton Docks. Next then, we move into Hangar 2, the Graham White facility, where most of the World War I aircraft in this museum are based. Here then, we have a rebuilt Heindecker and an Avro 504K. Also, we have a very unusual Quadron, a huge World War I bomber beast, and an E2. And up there we have a Vickers bomber. And another bomber over there, blacked out Vickers. Here we have a very rare but iconic Sopwith triplane. And a very unusual World War I bomb. Also got some World War I facility vehicles, also very rare, and an RE8 with the wings stripped off. We also have a German World War I aircraft in here as well, the Albatross, very iconic with the sealed cowlings. Next then, for some reason, I move into Hangar 6 where most of the Cold War aircraft are based. So, right off the bat we have a very unusual black Eurofighter Typhoon and Jaguar, and a Desert Raid Tornado and Harrier jump jet. And here is just a closer shot at the very unusual livery of the Desert Raid Iranian Tornado. And a very unusual American Reaper drone. So this Harrier is obviously quite old. It's obviously only just finished service in 2010. Quite recent for a Harrier. So it's obviously served from 1969 to 2010. This will have a very unusual Chinook cockpit and an AC-130 Hercules cockpit. And cutting back to the Buccaneer, you can also see when it was sprayed pink, rushed out to Iran, it's also worn off and the original grey and green livery has come back from under the wings. So, very unusual. Next then, I move into Hangars 3, 4 and 5. And right off the bat we have a very vintage military fire truck and RAF base ambulance. Maybe it was based here in the war. The classic English electric Lightning and a very unusual Bristol Bulldog. We also have a cab for an airship, very rare. And this is like a starting truck for a Hawker Hart. What the remains of the world's only Westland Wallace. A Hillman Minx, possibly an executive car for one of the RAF's officers. Next day. And here it is, an Air Cadets glider, very unusual. And another piece of training equipment, the North American Harvard. Cool. So, with that, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more videos like that with more air museum visits, don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.